So let's dive into today's subject because this is one that is near and dear to my heart. And it takes a very strong soul to really recognize what's happening and to do something about it. Hi, Brenda. Nice to see you. Hey there. Okay, so first of all, just in case you're brand new to my world, I want to make sure I introduce myself. Hey there. So my name is Cynthia Stant. I'm the CEO of my company, Cynthia Stant. I'm also the founder of the Facebook group here, the Spiritual Success Sorority, and the creator of the Spiritual Success podcast. Now, I work with very successful women. These are women who are badass, who are ready to up level in all areas of success. They go, 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 go. They do, but there's something missing where they are looking to bring in spirituality into their mindset, into their business, into their community, into their relationships, into their health and fitness and wellness so that they can really hit that next level. So as a woman who's lost 75 pounds in 1 year, I know what that's like. As a woman who went from completely bankrupt to becoming a multi-seven-figure top sales producer and then starting my own company, hitting multi-six figures within 6 months, I know what that's like. From dating my husband for literally 3 months to be married now, this is our 10-year anniversary coming up soon. I know what that's like. So I believe in manifestation. I believe in your divinity. I believe in your power. And I refer to her as your inner feminine beast. Your inner feminine beast is the version of you that has the courage, the power, the strength, and the clarity to not only get shit done, but most importantly, to see it through and to remain consistent, because consistency and repetition truly is the key to your success. It's about really setting a standard because you go first and everybody else responds. And you truly, truly are the director of your life. I believe that without a doubt. I'm somebody that has changed my life completely. I am not only the boss of my company, but I'm the boss of my life. I'm the boss of me. And that's why on Mondays, you can start out with charcuterie boards and zoo trips, right? On a Monday, random Monday. People complain about Mondays. I think it's the funniest thing. I think Mondays are the best days, to be honest. It's the start of a new adventure. I get to live this life. I don't have to. I get to, and I choose to. And I choose to do it my way. Who else here listens to Frank Sinatra when they cook? Do you ever drink red wine and listen to Frank Sinatra? That song, he always talks about, I did it my way. I love that fucking song because that's how I feel like I live my life. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to look back and say I did it my way. So, hi, Linda. So nice to see you. I was thinking of you yesterday. Linda is the dolphin lady. She always has, the beautiful dolphin emojis, and she's had a lot of experiences. But we had a dolphin tour last night. And it was really beautiful. On the Jacksonville St. Johns River. I wasn't expecting to see dolphins in the river, but that was pretty fun. So Linda's like, yes, I saw. That's fun. So today we're going to be talking about something that is near and dear to my heart because I really believe it is the first step of major growth. Now, what is growth? The only way to experience growth is when you get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You have to get out of the plateau. You have to do something that makes you stretch. Stretching is growing. That's getting out of your comfort zone. Now, the thing is, a lot of people don't grow. When you stop growing, you die. You do. If you're not growing mentally, if you're not growing physically, if you're not growing energetically, spiritually, if you're not pushing yourself towards hitting your potential, there are consequences. Every cause has an effect. And when we stop creating new causes, there's no more effects. We stop creating a ripple effect. We plateau and we stay still. And just look around in nature. It's law of correspondence. What works for something works for something else. It's not this as complicated as we make it, but if you ever see a plant that stops growing, what happens? It dies. And my job is to have you always push your limits, to always stretch, to always go above and beyond, to continue to grow, to expand, to be expansive, to really bring into your awareness all that is possible. That is what I'm here to do. I really do believe from the bottom of my heart that my whole purpose in life is to show women the possibilities. But more importantly, to give them the courage to say yes. Yes to themselves. But even more importantly, to do something about it. Get up, get your ass up, take that step forward, walk into the unknown, and know that you are supported. You got this. You can do this. In my mind, you can, you will, you are. In fact, it's already done. So here's what's important. You may know people like this, and this may have been you. If you're hanging around and been with me for a while now, it's been a while. This is actually going to be the 1-year anniversary coming up very soon of Spiritual Success. You'll know by now that you are not a victim. How much freedom comes with that? Nothing. Yes, I'm screaming because it feels good to do that, because that's how passionate I am about this. Nothing happens to you. Everything is happening for you, by you. And for some people, that can be very difficult to understand because everything's happening to me. Just like everything's just so hard, and these things keep happening, and this thing just keeps happening over and over to me, and just that's my luck, and that's how it is, and it just is what it is. You got to deal with it. That's not how it is. It's not how it is. I've been taught that. I used to think that, and guess what? I used to run my life. And no shit, the same thing kept happening over and over and over again. These outcomes that I didn't like kept happening over and over again. Why? Because I kept doing the same thing. You can't do the same thing over and over and expect a different outcome. You have to be the change you wish to see. You have to take ownership in the fact that you really do write the script. When you learn that, you become to master that. And when you master the fact that you're the director of your life, it's pretty beautiful, because I have written some of the most beautiful plot twists. I have created some of the most beautiful characters, Prince Charmings, my Joey, some best friends, some magical fairies. I've had teachers come in and out of my life. I've had so many beautiful things happen and roll. And I have thought of things and honestly had them come and pop out of the sky. Yes, things can manifest out of the sky. But here's the thing. It doesn't happen right away. I truly believe you need to learn how to hustle before you align. And once you align, that's when the magic happens. But hustling isn't about creating all these new things. It's actually about unlearning all the things that you've learned that conditioned you. There's so many stories, bullshit lies that we tell ourselves that aren't true, but we accept as truth. Nah. So what happens is, if you've noticed that there's a pattern in your life, something that you'd like to break, that keeps happening over and over and over, the first step is to realize you're not a victim. And I think by now, like I said, if you hang out with me, you know that. So you'll often hear me say it, and I sign off with it all the time, but it truly is my life mantra. It's not just something cute that I say. It's something that I live by and I teach. I say acknowledge it, embrace it, see it through. That came to me from my angels in a meditation, okay? That's not just something I was like, oh, that sounds fun. I'll just say that for the rest of my life. Make that my slogan. No, it's my life mantra. Acknowledge it, embrace it, and see it through. The reason I love this as my life mantra is because it honestly is the equation to life. It's the formula for success. It's that thing that helps you through any scenario, whether it's grieving, whether it's overcoming addiction, whether it's really getting over fear to take the next step to be the woman who does and can and will. It's about, getting over relationships of like broken friendships. It's getting over those arguments in your everyday life. And it's about overcoming a confrontation. And I don't like confrontation. I call it courageous conversations. It's about having courageous conversations. The number one thing that you must do in order to have and experience growth, the very first thing is acknowledge it. Acknowledge. So what is the story that keeps happening? Is it financial? Do you ever notice that you'll make a certain amount of income and you'll be excited out of nowhere, a $2,500 check, a bonus comes up. Woo! Yay! Awesome. And then all of a sudden, your air conditioning goes out. That'll be $2,500, please. And you're like, what the hell? Coincidence? Of course not. Nothing is coincidence. Everything around you is consciousness. Everything is perfect, divinity. Everything is absolutely aligned and mathematical. It's not woo-woo, it's physics. Our world is governed by universal laws. And just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Watch this. Gravity. You can't see it, but you know it's there. You see how it affects the pen. How fun is this pen, by the way? Thank you, Kimberly Olsen. Right? But the thing is, you can see how it's affected the pen, but you cannot see gravity itself. But gravity, what goes up must come down. It works for you the same way it works for Linda, as it works for Karina, as it works for my husband Joey, or a homeless person, or Brad Pitt. It works the same for everybody. But you can't see gravity. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. So your job is to bring awareness into the things you cannot see. And what I love to do, and we experiment with this all the time, but it's fun. Right now I have my desk in front of me. I have my ring light. I can see the beautiful chair I have, my little goddess meditation center over here. I have the shelves. You can see all the things in the room next to you. around you. But the funny part is we never concentrate on the space. There's so much more space than there are things. What's happening in the space? If you break down every single item, every single thing that you can see, my laptop, if you zoom in on it, you'll know that it's made out of atoms, right? And atoms are constantly in motion. And if you zoom in on an atom, it's 99% space. What is the space? The space is consciousness. What is consciousness? It's spirit. It's life force energy. I am one with the force. The force is one with me. Star Wars, y'all. So the thing is, you have to realize everything is exactly the way it should be and can be. And your job as the CEO of your life is to be the one that calls the shots. You're the boss. If shit's going to get done, it's because you say so. And if it's not, it's because of you. And sometimes that can be really hard. But the thing is, you have control. I'm not lucky. I think it's so funny when people say, Cynthia's just so lucky. She has good DNA and that's why she lost 75 pounds. Oh, that's what did it? Oh, Cynthia's so lucky. She got that job that helped her to learn what she needed. I got that job. No, I fought for that job. Like, I did all these things. I took action, but I also is because I took ownership and I choose. So the very first step of realizing when things are happening that you're just not happy with is to acknowledge it. Acknowledge that your past does not define you. It is your story and it's part of who you are. And as much as you can forget it and let it go, it still remains within you. It's part of you, but it does not define you. And if you want to change it, you can. You can literally pick up a pen and rewrite the script right now. That's why the next step is embracing it. Embrace it. What does embracing mean? It means take information. It means do the work. It means listen. There are people around you for a reason because together we rise. If you don't have a mentor, please look for having one and make sure your mentor has a mentor, okay? Because the reason you have mentors is because they've lived it. They've done it. They can tell you not only what to do, but most importantly, what not to do. Because you can go bigger, faster, better. And I don't know about you, but I didn't come here to dabble. I didn't come here to try. I didn't come here to figure out and waste my life. I came here to go fast. I came here to hyperspeed. I came here to get results and to leave an everlasting legacy, an imprint to my children, to my family, to my community, to the world wide web. We have clients all over the world. It's so amazing. But the thing is, embracing it means not only taking the information, but actually doing something about it and having transformation. This is really interesting. So when you see a pattern that keeps coming up over and over and over, 1, you're not a victim. 2, what are you going to do different? You have to do something different to have a different outcome. So this is a fun little thing that I learned. I wish somebody taught me. I figured it out on my own. But once I figured it out, I actually applied it over and over and I proved to be absolutely mind-blowing results. And now I actually teach my clients inside the Spiritual Success Experience. But here's the thing. God will never give you anything that you cannot handle. We've heard that before, but what exactly does that mean? If you are experiencing something and you don't like it, you can change it. But you can't just create something that you can't handle because God won't allow you to experience it. You have to take the steps and you have to prove and pass the test that you can handle this. This is where it gets interesting. An example that I like to use, and it's an easy one, but it's important because I know many of the women here who are watching are entrepreneurs. If you're an entrepreneur, let me know. Shout out to you. I know a lot of the women here are executive women. We're powerhouse mamas, or we are starting our own companies, or we're established in our companies. A lot of you are 6 figures, 7 figures. The thing is, though, when you are wanting something different, a different outcome, and you have to remember to experience it in the physical means it's the last phase of reality of manifestation. Everything starts in the spiritual realm, comes into the mental realm, and then into the physical. So if you're experiencing in the physical, it's not actually who you are, it's who you were. It's your past thoughts, feelings, and actions that got you here, and this is what you're experiencing. So if you want to bring something into the physical, you have to play with it in the mental and the spiritual before it ever comes down to the physical. So how do we do this? We get tested. God's always like, are you sure? Because I won't give you anything you can't handle. So a lot of times, for instance, when women are starting their businesses, they're like, I want to hit the 6-figure mark. Something about the 6-figure mark is like that, experience, right? Well, Next, after you hit 6 figures, is multi-six figures. And after you hit multi-six figures, you want to hit 7 figures. A lot of people ask me, Cynthia, how did you do it so quickly? How is it possible that literally just starting a company with no clients, no programs, no testimonials whatsoever, that you hit 6 figures in 4 months and then multi-six figures? And I said, because I understand universal law. I have a relationship with God as my business partner, but I also understand that God won't give me anything I can't handle. And my job is to be her. The version of me that has the courage, the power, the strength, and the clarity to not only get shit done, but to see it through. I show up as my inner feminine beast. I act like her. I talk like her. I walk like her. I preach like her. I live like her. I diet like her. I work out like her. I love like her. I give like her. I spend like her. I invest like her. I am her. And so when I am her and I show up like that, I get results like that because I go first and everything responds. So I don't dabble, I don't try, I don't figure out, I don't someday maybe. I own it, I claim it, and I say right now, I'm a multi-six-figure company, and that's why I did it so quickly, because I then realize that there's going to be parts that come along with that. And this is what happens. You get tested. God will never give you anything you can't handle, so can you pass a test? Most people, how is this happening to me? This is so stressful. This is so overwhelming. No. You asked for it. So show me you can handle it so that you will actually manifest it. Okay, well, if you're like, I want to be a multi-six-figure company. Beautiful, wonderful, boom, done. So it is, if you can pass the test. Well, what do you mean? Here's an example. And this isn't something that's actually happening within my company, but it's just an idea to make it easy. If you are somebody who says, I want to have a multi-six-figure company, and then all of a sudden you have a customer complaint. A customer complaint comes up. How do you handle it? Do you handle it like her? Or do you handle it like, oh, the victim, it's happening to me? What if I had a beautiful, successful soul mention to my team that she wasn't happy about something? What if I was like, oh my God, seriously? That's just so annoying. I don't have time for that. I'm really busy. Karina, can you go handle that? Because I'm just like, I got too much shit going on. I can't. Guess what? That is not passing the test. That is failing miserably. Because if you, at the level you're at now, cannot work with a problem, by the way, this is not a problem. This is an opportunity to create a beautiful solution, because that's why I choose to label it as the boss of my life, the CEO of my life. If you are making that into a problem, you're not passing the test, because there's no way you can become a multi-six-figure company and not have several customer complaints. For instance, this is a for instance scenario. Right? Because if you can't handle it now, you obviously can't handle it at that next level. Anytime something goes wrong in my life, I realize there is no right, there is no wrong. It's just an opportunity to embrace and to see it through. And so what a real CEO does, and how you do pass that test, is listen and create a win-win scenario where you listen to the customer, the client, and you hear them out and you provide amazing service that goes above and beyond, and then seek an opportunity to actually create a better result for future clients, one that goes above and beyond whatever your competition is doing. Do you see? That's how she handles it. And when you do that, you pass. God says, yep. You wanted this, and now you showed me that you're ready to receive it. So no more looping and getting the same kind of scenarios. You are walking gracefully into the next level. It's not about being fearless, okay? I don't want anybody to ever be fearless. It's about being courageous and walking with courage, gracefully with courage to the next level. So that's a fun scenario because, I mean, we can understand that as businesswomen, but a lot of us too are here for relationships. Get ready, y'all. September, it's coming. Mastering relationships, yours truly. I can't wait. But the thing is, when it comes to relationships, we all have a friend, or it might even be ourselves, where we're like, we are so tired of this same type of guy, or the same types of fights happening, or the same type of things happening in our relationship. But then we go and we say we're ready for something new, but when the test comes, we fail because we get with the same kind of guy, or we start the same kind of fights, or we don't recognize our own power and listen to our inner feminine beast and take the advice of changing what we're doing. So what happens often is you'll have that friend who, I get it, he's sexy, he's got the long hair and the tattoos and the motorcycle, we all know that's hot, but that's how you said you didn't want that anymore. And as soon as you're ready to meet the new guy, there he is, standing right around the corner. It's about to be a super meet cute, right? You know what I mean by that? And like the movies where they spill coffee over each other and they take their shirts off at the laundromat. It's about to be that kind of scenario. But it doesn't happen because right before they turn the corner to have their meet cute, here he comes. And there she goes, hopping on the back, not passing the test. God won't give you anything you can't handle, because guess what? He's not going to allow you to break that sweet man's heart if you're not ready to take on a real relationship with a real man. You can go jump on the back of the motorcycle and loop again and again and again until you're ready. Everything is for you, by you. So we need to acknowledge what are the stories that are happening that we're experiencing over and over that we don't want to experience anymore. Time to embrace the fact that we have power and that we get to choose. We go first and everybody else responds. So choose a different route, choose a different outcome, and stay focused on that, because wherever the focus goes is where the momentum goes. And how do you stay focused? You be a woman of your word. What does that mean? It means discipline. Discipline is not overwhelm. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is freedom. My whole life, everything that you see, the beautiful relationship I have with my husband, my fitness, my success in my business, success of my clients and where they're going, my own growth and just my peace and the love and happiness I have in my life is all because I choose to have discipline. Discipline is power. Discipline is freedom. Discipline is strength. Choose to have discipline and say for yourself, I deserve this, I am worthy, and I will pass the test, because I know God won't give me anything I can't handle, and I can handle anything. I can do this. I own this. I claim this. It is mine, and so it is. So it is. So you need to lock in on the end result. You have to be a woman of your word. You can't cry wolf, because you can't say, well, I tried. Guess what try means? It means you don't own it. The universe won't give it to you if you say you're trying, because they're like, oh, I thought you wanted it, but now I'm not sure, because you're just saying you're trying. Like, do you or don't you? All successful women, they make quick decisions. Trust me, I've been around so many 7- and 8-figure women, helping them to convert their business and sales online. I sat there next to them, some of the most brilliant minds, women that you follow. Trust me, I know. They're the it girls. I watch them, and I notice a lot of the things is that they leave clues. Success leaves clues. And one of the things that very successful women do is make quick decisions, because they know if you're on the fence, it either has to be yes or no. And it doesn't matter what you choose, because if you do not quit, you will not fail. But what happens is if you sit on the fence, your ass is going to start to hurt. Nobody likes a sore hiney. No. So you have to just learn to choose and keep momentum and keep going. But whatever you choose, be a woman of your word and stick to that. It's not for me. It's for you. Because this is how the universe works. It works on laws. Acknowledge it, embrace it, and most importantly, be consistent with it, be disciplined with it, and see it through. This is how you break the loops in your life. And once you begin to acknowledge it and do one, and then the next, you literally become a whole new woman. The old version of you dies, but in the best way. Death isn't a bad thing. We make death the scary thing. Death is just transformation of the physical, mental, and spiritual. For you to be the woman that you want to be, I always say, who are you? Who do you want to be? And why is there a difference? Whatever the reason is of why there's a difference, that's the bullshit lie, the story that you need to let go, because you're never, ever smaller than your problem. You're always bigger than any problem. Your higher self looks down on the maze. Your ego is the one that gets trapped in the maze, wondering what's happening. You have so much power, you have no idea. So the thing is, you have to not only acknowledge that past does not define you, you embrace right here, right now, as an opportunity to say yes. You study. You surround yourself around proximity of power, women who are doing the damn work and understanding that they have that choice and they have that power too. It's about really putting yourself next to somebody who leads by example and holds you accountable and make sure that you do the work. Because I would never be the woman I am today if I did it by myself. I'll tell you that. And then you see it through. You take whatever, ever it takes. You stay committed. Do you understand what commitment means? It means 110%. It means I'm not going back. It means I'm declaring it. I'm owning it. I'm claiming it. If you ever want anything in life, you have to be committed. Look at my relationship. It's not like, oh, I want it to be great. No, I'm committed to it being great. We call it the D word in my family. Like, we don't even say that word because it's not an option. I commit to everything in my life like I commit to my relationship. I'm committed. So if you want something, you can't hope for it. Hoping is positively doubting. You have to commit to it. And if you say it is, and you're a woman of your word, then so it is. It will happen. Trust me, I'm living proof. Living proof. So that's what I wanted to say about looping, about breaking those negative behaviors. And again, if you're somebody who's like, hell yeah, this is really resonating with me. I am so ready to turn it up and get on that next level. I'm ready to be dedicated, committed, and disciplined. And I'm ready to surround myself with a group of women who fucking get it, who support me and want to like be part of my journey and really master. You hear what I'm saying? Not trying, figure out, but master. Master your mindset, master meditation, master metaphysics and manifestation, then of course I'd love to always welcome you with open arms. We're enrolling always into the Spiritual Success Experience, our 12-month program where we work with women on all of these things. If you ever have questions about that and what that's like, definitely reach out to Karina. She's here to answer any questions you have. But also too, remember, new podcast episode out today, Spiritual Selling, as a multi-7-figure top seller. I'm very passionate about bringing spirituality into sales, making it about emotional connection, making it about earning trust, making it about being authentic. Go check out that episode. And if you like what you hear, please subscribe, leave an honest review, make sure you get your guided meditation. And then also special news, if you haven't checked it out yet, we are live again on YouTube every single week. 2 new episodes on YouTube will be going out. Subscribe, share it. Appreciate you all for that. And tomorrow, we're also gonna have Topic Tuesday. So if you like this topic today, awesome. But every single week, you can vote for the topic of the week here inside the Spiritual Success Sorority. Get ready. Coming up later this month and in September, we're gonna be having some new master classes too, which are gonna be voted by you as a topic. Lindsay, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Linda, you're amazing. Ashley, I thank you for all the love and hearts. I feed off your energy and that means the world to me. In the meantime, y'all, I'm gonna head out to the zoo. Check that out. Say goodbye to my sister as we send her back to Philadelphia. And I'll be seeing you on Wednesday for Wednesday's Weekly Wisdom. Everybody, I mean it. Acknowledge it, embrace it, and see it through. Bye, y'all. Have a great day.